the thoughts that we have can actually change the biological material structure of the brain, which is an incredible thing to for me, it's just amazing that two areas interact. Our thoughts, which have no material aspect to themselves as they are, we become aware of them, and you can't weigh them. They're not there in the material world, and yet those thoughts, and more importantly, the persistent habitual thinking of certain thoughts, will wire together certain neurons in the brain, and this will lead to those thoughts becoming more habitual.
Right.
So thought affects brain structure, as of course brain structure affects thought. If you damage the brain, if you do something to the brain, there will be certain changes in your thinking. And however much you may not want that, that is going to happen.
Right.
So, there's the old Hebb's law, what's called Hebb's law, which is those neurons that wire together, fire together, and those neurons that wire together. So when you habitually put together certain thoughts and actions, then the brain connections actually get wired in, and it becomes easy. So this for me means be very, very careful about what sort of habits you form, and not just habits in terms of what we do, which is how we tend to think of habits of action, but habits of thinking.
Right.
One thought leads to another. Now, if you habitually think one thought followed by another, I can't do this, I'm no good. This is going to wire in those particular connections that will mean every time you think, I can't do this, it's going to lead to that generalization.
Right,
but looking at neuroscience, actually know how this happens, and then we can do something about it. We can actually understand the full structure of how this happens, and not just tell people, well, that's not true. Don't think that.
Right.
Because they do.
Right.